Hey, welcome back, you guys. I got you guys another one. So, it's been a week since the last time I went duck hunting. And the last time I went duck hunting was with one of my buddies, Justin. And he ended up getting one bird. And then I ended up going somewhere else and almost bagging my limit. I was just one bird shy of my limit. But I went out yesterday and I was actually pumped up about it too, because I thought I was going to see a lot of birds and I thought I was going to get close to my limit. But you know, when I first get there, I got everything set up and I was about to brush my blind, and then I ended up slicing my finger while trying to brush it up, and that will be on the video. And it was a gnarly cut too. But you know, when everything got set up, I was waiting for shooting light, and shooting light came, and I didn't see no birds flying. I heard a lot of geese too. I heard a lot of geese. When I mean a lot, I mean there was a ton. There was a ton flying. There was a ton that were on the fields, and they wouldn't shut up. They're just honking and clucking and everything. And these birds, they were just avoiding the ponds around me. There was one flock that was actually flying above me, and they were coming straight at me, and then they just went around, completely around. And that's what happened to the rest of the flocks that were coming close to me. They were just all flying around the puddles, and I have no idea. Maybe they had like past experience when they were trying to like land and people were shooting at them. I don't know, but they were joining up with the rest of their buddies out in the fields and feeding. I don't know where the ducks were, but you know, I sat there for 2 hours to 3 hours until the first bird came in. And this bird, he was a solo bird. He just came into the spread, and I just stood up and shot him dead in the water. And I just went and picked him up, and I sat some more, hoping that more birds were coming, but nothing else showed up. But the guys around me, they were shooting, but they were also field hunting for these geese. And it makes me really want to go out and knock on this lady's door and ask if I can field hunt. I'm getting really close, you guys. I know I said that in the last video. I just got to get the cojones and go out there and knock on her door. Because the worst thing she can say is no, right? And then the best thing she can say is yes. And I'll be able to hunt these geese out in the fields. So in the video, you will see me wearing ear protection. I chose to wear ear protection this time because 2 weekends ago when I went out duck hunting by myself, that's when I almost bagged my limit. When I got home, my ears were hurting really bad, and then they started to ring. At first, I thought they were just plugged. You know, when you're in higher elevation, you come down and you got to pop your ears. That's what I thought it was at first, because that's how it felt. Until I got home and started to rest. That's when my ears started to ring. And it's never happened to me before, so I was kind of getting nervous. So when I was sleeping, I was just thinking, it's like, oh, I sure hope this ring doesn't stay this loud. But throughout the whole night, when I was waking up, I still had that ring until early in the morning when I actually fully woke up and there was a slight ring. And later in the week, the ring did die down, but it is not completely gone. So I already know that I'm going to have this ring for the rest of my life now, because when you have that ring, it means that you screwed up your eardrum, and your eardrum is just trying to fix itself, and it's not right now. So if you guys don't know anything about it, look it up. I think it's called tinnitus or tinnitus. Yeah. So that's what I got. So yesterday afternoon, after my morning hunt, I actually went out to Sportsman's Warehouse and I picked up myself a new set of earmuffs. And these are the Walker's Razors. So far, I like them. There's a built-in microphone and it's electronic. So like when you put them on, you can actually hear everyone around you. You can hear the wind, you can hear the traffic. And so once you start shooting, it's going to muffle everything, and you can still hear the people around you. So far, I like these. If you guys are looking for a set of headgear, go out to Sportsman's Warehouse and pick yourself up Walkers, razors. Like I said, they're actually pretty cool. I like them so far. But yeah, you guys, just hope you guys like this video. Just like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Check out my Instagram and my Facebook. I post on those more than YouTube. So if you guys like to see what I'm doing in life, just check out Instagram and my Facebook page. All right, you guys. I'll see you guys later. So I've been here for a couple of hours now, and I finally shot my first bird, and it's a goldeneye. Goldeneyes are my favorite birds. They're not the best tasting, but they are fun to shoot at. He just came into the spread, and I just took the shot. These are beautiful birds. I just love the color of the feathers on their heads and the white dot. And they're nice sized birds too. But when I first got here, I got the blind set up and I was brushing it up with some of these reeds, and one of the blades actually sliced my finger open, and I may need to get stitches on this cut because it's really deep and it has not stopped bleeding since I got here. But I'm gonna be here for another couple of hours. I'm just gonna sit and I hope more birds come. My other camera died, so this is the only camera I got right now. It's been a slow morning. I heard a lot of gunshots out in the fields, and there's a group of guys that's a couple ponds behind me, and they shot several times. And just a couple minutes ago, 3 ducks flew overhead. They must have seen me when I was reaching for my gun because they flared out and they landed on the pond next to me. But you know, today it's really chilly. When I first got here, when I stepped on the water, there was a thin layer of ice right on the shoreline. That can tell you how cold it is, and also you can see my breath. Well, at least I can. And I got some mittens, so this hand is keeping warm, but this is my shooting hand, and also like this finger is completely like full of blood, and it's still bleeding because of the cut, and it's really deep, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need stitches. But once I get home and get it cleaned up, I'll decide if it needs stitches or not. But I've done several mistakes already this morning when it comes to birds flying over. I'm actually moving. I'm moving when I see them come, so they see me moving, so they end up flaring out and going somewhere else. And this blind, it's good, but it's not the best. From up front, it looks great, but from in here, it looks completely different. It would be nice if my backside was covered too, but there's these trees. That gives me a bit of cover, but not a whole lot. I'm going to be here for another hour or two. sure hope that it picks up. There's a lot of geese that fly around this area, but they fly around these ponds. Because most of the time, when there's a flock of geese that are flying by, they're all on the left side, just avoiding this whole entire area. And plus, there's fields on the other side over here, and that's where the geese are going to feed. Same goes with the ducks. It's crazy, like this place is surrounded by geese, but you can't really call them in, and they really don't land in the puddles at all. So if you want to hunt the geese, you're going to have to do field hunting instead of hunting these little ponds. These ponds are good for ducks only, but that's if you can get some ducks coming in. And they come in small flocks. Flocks of like 3 to 5. And then if you're lucky, you get like a flock of a dozen. But that's when they're like outside of the pond area. It's like I have found some fields that are full of geese. The only thing I gotta do is go ask for permission, and I'm just afraid if I do ask permission that they're just gonna say no. It's like I know people said the worst thing that can happen is that they say no, but I don't want them to say no, because that just gets my hopes up, you know. Because every single time when I keep driving by, like I would just see that field full of geese, and I'll be just thinking, like, I won't be able to hunt that because they said no. But I can't think that way. Gotta think positive, you know, because you never know. They may say yes.